applause for working so hard and being so great at what they do. We really appreciate it. Over to this space. But hi, Life Sciences team. How are we doing?
Hi.
Hi, Lizzie. How are you doing?
Great. Welcome, everyone.
So, what are we doing today? What's the agenda?
Yeah. So we're working with Barney, Casey, and Hogan. They're getting some lunch, but they're also doing some training. So we do two main types of training with our animals. We do husbandry training and natural behaviors. So Hogan is demonstrating a great natural behavior. He's doing some spins. He does circles. He does some porpoising jumps. He does a big jump. So anything you might see a harbor seal do in the wild would be something that we use them to catch as a natural behavior and then connect for those behaviors. And then we do a lot of husbandry training, which is anything that helps us take better care of our animals. So Casey is practicing going in his kennel, and he's actually going to have his teeth brushed. So one of the unique husbandry behaviors that we do with our animals on a daily basis is brush their teeth. Hogan is also trained to use a toothbrush, Barney as well, and they are actually Sonicare electronic toothbrushes.
That's so fun and cool. And I'm so incredibly sorry, Lizzie. I forgot to ask you to introduce our harbor seals if you can.
Of course. The driest, fuzziest seal on deck, working with Anna with that big yellow bow tie, is Barney. He is 38 years old. And then working with Katie is Hogan. Hogan is the darkest seal. He's in the water, and he is 10 years old. And then Casey, who is in the kennel getting his teeth brushed, is working with Kelly, and Casey just turned 10 years old.
Wow, that's great. So Barney sounds like an old man.
He is an old man. He has definitely exceeded the average lifespan of a harbor seal. The average lifespan, if they make it past the first year, is something like early to mid-20s. So he is definitely like the human equivalent of being over 100 years old. He is pretty impressive. But he comes from good genes. His mother also lived to be 39 years old, I believe.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And it looks like his training is a little bit different from Casey and Hogan's. Can you talk more about that?
Certainly. Yeah, so as he's aged, Barney has lost most likely almost all of his vision. He might have some sense of light and dark, which helps him see us when it's Hogan porpoises.
And what do they get in return for completing these behaviors?
Yeah, absolutely. So all of the training that we do is cooperative. It's totally up to them if they want to participate. And so if they've done a good job, Katie actually uses a whistle, so that's a sound that tells them they did a good job. We verbally tell them they did a good job, but you know, if there's or they have a wide variety in their diet, so they're getting herring, capelin, anchovy, squid, smelt. They even get some jello. Used to a lot of different asks, so sometimes it can be as much as asking them to stay still, but like a Sonicare toothbrush is probably pretty strange for a harbor seal. So we might start with a regular toothbrush that doesn't make sound, and then bring out that Sonicare toothbrush. Might turn it on, but not actually use it to brush their teeth, so they hear the sound of the vibration. But it just takes kind of small increments in getting them used to a lot of different things they might see, and that applies to medical care across the board. So they've been trained to take x-rays, do ultrasounds. A lot of that requires equipment that they've definitely never seen before. So a lot of it is just getting them exposed to these things that
we feeding sea urchins?
Yes, I am.
Ah.
And they'll move the food from their back to their underside.
You thinking?
Hi. How are you all today? She's a rhinoceros auklet, and she's the only bird of her kind that we have here. And she's got her little bony protuberance on her nose. And this is JJ here.
The water.
She likes chilling. And there's Boots and Dora over here, in the middle. If you would like to know how you can tell the one from the other, they've got
degrees in the summertime. I would say it has almost everything to do with my dry suit. Otherwise, I'd be quite cold right now. But I am covered from head to toe. Not a single part of me is getting wet.